G'day guys, it's Adam from VideoShowMeHow, and in this video we're going to be running through how to install one of these little guys, a Nutsert, without a Nutsert tool. Before we do, a big welcome back to the subscribers of the channel. I hope you're having a legendary day. If you're new here and you find this video helpful, consider supporting the channel by subscribing and checking out some of the other videos. Let's get stuck into it. So Nutserts, this is a follow-up video to the all-in how to Nutserty goodness video that we have on the channel. You just need to head on up to the top here and you'll be able to see that. This video is really just getting down to the nuts and zerts of how to install one of these if you don't have the full-blown tool. So I do definitely recommend you get one of these, but if you're only going to do this occasionally, maybe you don't want to pick one up, there is another way you can do this. So to install it, all you're really going to need to get it to look just like this is just a test plate that I used in that other video there. You're going to need the Nutsert that you're going to be wanting to install. Same thing as that previous video, is doing all your prep work first, making sure that it's the right size, yada yada yada. Check that video for more detail. When you're ready to go, the only real tools you're going to need is the bolt size that you're going to use for that particular Nutsert. It needs to be a longer bolt. You need a nut to fit and also a washer. Other than that, all you're going to need is two spanners that are the same size. A ratchet spanner is going to be even better in this case, but I mean, it doesn't really matter as long as you have two of the right size. 13mm in this case for me. You are good to go. That's all you need. So once you're all set up, all you need is your little Nutsert rig here, which is the longer bolt, the nut, and the washer, just like that. And once you have that set up, grab the Nutsert that is the right size and the one that you're going to be using. You want to then place that into the hole, then screw in your little tool here so that the bolt comes out the other side. So you might need to adjust the nut, but you want it so that it comes all the way through to the other side, just like that. It doesn't have to come all the way through, it just needs to come through a little bit so that the entire thread of the Nutsert itself is taken up by the bolt. Now the tightening sequence from here is pretty straightforward. You want to keep the bolt itself in the one spot. You don't want to allow that to move, and you want to crank on the nut itself, because what you're doing there is then you're starting to crush the Nutsert itself, and you're going to pull it back up through so that this part here squashes down. It's going to end up looking like one of these that I prepared earlier. These were done by a Nutsert tool, and I do have a video on the channel. You can check that one out. This is effectively what happens. It squishes down the back end of the Nutsert, or this section here with the little lines, that squishes down flat and crushes it to form a nice little bead just like this. So get it in place, grab your two spanners, and then you're ready to crank on the nut itself. Be aware that the bigger the size of the Nutsert, even going to one of these crazy guys, which is an M12, this one, it's going to be really difficult to install one of these guys using this method with the spanners. The bigger you go, effectively what you're doing is, by just using these piddly little things, you're needing to crush the steel in this to make it to form that connection. So the smaller amount, a smaller size, sorry, is going to be easier. And the other factor is the size of the medium that you're using to actually insert the Nutsert to. This is 3mm alloy, so probably a little bit more difficult. On most car bodies and what have you, you're looking at a mil or two, that sort of stuff. So it's probably not going to be too big a deal, but something to bear in mind as you do this. So what we're doing here is we're pushing down onto the bolt itself, and we're stopping the bolt from turning while we tighten up the nut itself. You'll know when it starts grabbing because it'll stop wanting to come out itself. It can be a little finicky. As you can see here, see how it's starting to bulge out, the lined section of the Nutsert itself. is starting to bulge out, that's because it's starting to get pulled through by the threads and start crushing. Once you start this, you'll find that it starts becoming a bit easier. From there, you want to keep tightening until you find it's really quite tight and you can't go any further. What has happened then is you're going to have one of these little beads where it's crushed down as far as it's gone. So you don't want to keep cranking on it, because if you keep going, you will over tighten it and it will start bending the casing at the back, making it super difficult to get an actual bolt in there. That's getting pretty tight. Now obviously you're not going to be able to see when it's actually part of something else, but I'm just stopping every now and again so you can see the progress made and how many turns you're probably going to need to do. So we can see this one's almost done, so a few more turns and we'll be sorted. Now that just there has got a whole lot tighter all of a sudden and a whole lot harder to turn. So I would say we're going to be getting pretty close. And yeah, that's pretty much done. So you can see there, if we compare to this side, this one was done with the actual Nutsert tool, and you can see the nice little bead around there, and it's still nice and square. On our little DIY jobby over here, we're looking pretty much the same. So this one is all done. You can see it's crushed in nice and tightly, and you don't want to go any further than that. Now obviously, like we've said, you're not going to see that. You're only going to see that faceplate. All you want to look for is where it starts. All of a sudden, it's going to be hard to turn, especially as you go bigger. This is an M8, but it will be significantly harder. So when you get to that point after that sort of dozen cranks or so, just like you've just seen, once it gets to that point where you go, oh, that's so much harder, you're probably at this stage where you're good to go. From there, it's just a matter of loosening these guys off and test fitting. It should just come out without too much drama. There's our little DIY Nutsert tool itself. Nice and simple. Make sure you've got your grade 8 bolts, or at least there, because you don't want these things failing. But other than that, we are good to go. Look at that. It's like I bought one. These two here were done with the Nutsert tool. This is with our little DIY jobby. And as you can see, it looks pretty darn good. So there you go, guys. There's the nice and simple guide on how to install a Nutsert if you don't have the full-blown Nutsert tool. It is such a simple thing, and everyone has some extra, effectively just nut and bolt and a couple of washers lying around. You only got to make sure that it's, you know, a grade 8 or a nice solid bolt, because you don't want this one bending. That's pretty much all you need. That, a couple of spanners and some muscles will sort you right out. Well, that's it for another video, guys. I hope you found it helpful as always. If you did, give a big thumbs up in the section below. Leave a comment on what you're using your Nutserts for. And if you are keen to support the channel, the best way you can is to hit the old subscribe button so that you get that notification for every new video that comes out. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.